Bienvenidos estudiantes a mi channel de YouTube. Yo soy Señorita Wigglesworth, and this is Chop Suey, conjugating regular present tense verbs.
Woo!
Woo! All right, so let's just get started. We've already talked about subject pronouns. We've talked about infinitives and what conjugated verbs look like. Let's really get down to the nitty-gritty of how you actually, the process of conjugating these verbs. All right, so to start off, we have the first step, which is chop suey. Now, chop suey is very much all about how we're changing the infinitives to begin conjugating them. So verbs come in three different forms, three different infinitive forms: AR, ER, and IR. An example, a basic example of an AR verb would be nadar, to swim. An example of an ER verb would be correr. What does correr mean?
To run.
To run.
To run. Muy bien. To run. And another basic IR verb could be vivir. What does vivir mean?
To live.
Woo! We live. To live. Yes. Muy bien, estudiantes. So good, to live. So nadar, correr, vivir. These are all infinitives. It's the most basic form of a verb. And in English, they're all going to begin with the to. So whenever I ask you what an infinitive would mean, always begin with the word to, because that's what the infinitive is. It's to swim, to run, to live. Okay? So good. So now let's do chop suey. What do you do? If we took nadar, for example, if we took an AR verb, this basic AR verb, and we were going to do the chop suey step to it, what do we do in the chop suey step?
You chop off the AR?
Yes,
The
you
ending?
chop off the AR ending. You chop it off. So now you're done with it. You're chopping it off. It's away. So what are we left with?
The stem.
The stem. This is called the stem. It's really important, clase, that you guys know that this part is called the stem, because in future conjugations, we're going to be using this and we're going to be manipulating it. Okay? So this part is the stem. So now we come to part 2, the smoosh part. Smoosh. So smoosh happens with this. You take the stem and you add the ending. Here it's the AR ending. And you guys already know the AR endings, right? So together, let's go through what these AR endings are. What do we start with? O, as, a, amos, ice.
Only used in Spain.
Only used, muy bien. Only used in Spain. And
On.
muy bien. So these are our 6 endings that we're going to add to the stem to mean different things. Okay? So let's take a look. Let's do this. If we added this stem with this ending, we would get what?
Nado.
Nado. What does nado mean?
I swim.
It means I swim. I swim. Yo nado. I'm going to write here in parentheses these the subject pronouns so that you guys can see tangibly what it means. Okay? How do you say you swim? You informally swim. To a friend. Muy bien. Tú nadas. So nadas. Do you see how that goes? This is the stem and you add it to this ending. Nadas. Tú nadas. You swim. Good. How would you say he swims?
El nada.
Muy bien. Él nada. Good. He swims. How would you say she swims? Ella nada. This is the same. You use the same ending for él and ella. So it's él, ella, nada. He swims, she swims. Él nada, ella nada. How do you say you formally swim?
Ustedes.
Muy bien. Usted nada. Usted nada. So as you guys can see, these three pronouns take on this ending. Let me write what these mean. So, yo nado, I swim. Tú nadas, you swim, informally, when you use with friends. Él nada would be he swims. Ella nada would be she swims. And usted nada would be you, formal, swim. Good. So let's get into the plural side. More than one person. This is the plural column. So how would we say we swim?
Nosotros nadamos.
Muy bien. Nosotros nadamos. Good. We swim. How do we say you all swim in Spain?
Vosotros nadas.
Vosotros.
And this is it's kind of a crazy diphthong, so it's an ice.
Nadais.
Ice. Nadais.
Nadais.
Vosotros
Nadais.
nadais. And this A carries an accent. Like a lot of present tense endings, in the ER and IR forms, the vosotros carries an accent mark over the beginning vowel. So good. Vosotros nadais, you all swim. Let me write this, keep going with this. So we swim. This is you all swim. You all swim in Spain. Good. And now, how do you say they swim? How do you say they swim?
Ellos nadan.
Ellos nadan. Muy bien. Ellos nadan. And this could be a mixture of boys and girls as well. Ellos nadan. How do you say you all swim? Oh, wait, no. How do you say just a group, they, but they're a group of females swim? How do you say that? Just a group of females.
Ellas.
Ellas nadan. It's the same. Just like over here, you had three different pronouns that could fit with this ending. You have three different ones. So how would we say you all swim outside of Spain?
Ustedes nadan.
Ustedes nadan. Muy bien. So this is they swim. And this is you all swim outside of Spain. And this is chop, suey, smush together. This is how you conjugate present tense verbs. One last question. What does yo nadar mean? What does yo nadar mean?
I swim.
I'm glad that you said that. Yo nadar, if we take a look at this, nadar means to swim. So if we say, yo does mean I, but if we say, if we actually translate it, this means I to swim. Does that make sense?
No.
No, right?
Not
So
at all.
you definitely, these endings mean something, and it's really, really important that you guys get the hang of it and feel comfortable with this, because this is how this is Spanish. It's one of the major differences between English and Spanish. Imagine this. Every verb, every infinitive has 6 different conjugations. And that's for all tenses. So it's it's a big thing to wrap your mind around, but once you have these endings down, you're fine. Okay? All right, see you to the next video.